Today, we will discuss ventilation. You will learn about the science of ventilation, different types of ventilation, what tools to use, and some common mistakes. As many of you know, there's more to firefighting than just getting into the building. The challenge is being able to stay inside long enough to complete your mission. The fire is filling the structure with such thick, dense smoke that many times it's impossible to see. Soaring temperatures will burn unprotected skin and ultimately can be deadly. You must also fight to stay ahead of the moving fire, which is constantly in search of more fuel and more oxygen. Think of it this way. You and the fire are battling it out for the same thing, oxygen. Whoever controls the oxygen supply wins the battle. Ventilation is a big part of this warfare and a key factor in deciding whether the building is saved or burns to the ground. Ventilation can be defined as the process of removing toxic products of combustion and replacing them with fresh air. I like to define ventilation as an ongoing battle between the fire and the firefighters for control of the building. The fire is constantly pumping deadly toxins and flammable gases into the building. Your job is to use the right weapons at the right time to defeat this assault. There are two main reasons to ventilate: to allow the attack team to enter and operate inside the structure, or what we call venting for fire, and to provide fresh air for breathing and to improve visibility while searching, or venting for life. Unfortunately, some firefighters forget the difference, or even worse, the need for ventilation in the first place. A member of the attack team should give the word to take the windows, just as they open the nozzle. One big exception to this sequence is in the case of double or triple pane, energy-efficient windows. In this case, a sudden rush of oxygen can cause a backdraft. If you encounter energy-efficient windows, vent the windows as soon as possible, while the attack team is in a safe area, preferably behind a closed door. If that isn't possible, wait to vent until after the hose team has thoroughly cooled the fire area. Other factors that will help you decide whether to use vertical or horizontal ventilation, or both, include the size and location of the fire, the construction of the building, and the wind. For a serious fire in a large area flat roof, your goal is to create an 8-foot by 8-foot or a 10 by 10-foot vent hole. When making this hole, you'll have to divide the opening into smaller sized pieces, usually about 4 by 4 feet each. Also, be sure to make knockout holes at the corners, which are triangular openings at the corners of each section. This will make it much easier to pull up the roof boards. You can begin opening the hole once the 8-foot by 8-foot outline has been cut. It's not usually a good idea to start pulling one cut section before the rest of the cut has been completed, but sometimes you'll have no choice. If you only have one saw, it can take such a long time to complete the cut opening that the interior forces could be driven out of the building because of fire and smoke. Even one small section being pulled will provide some relief inside.